What if I told you that the storm inside your mind holds more power over you than any storm outside? Imagine lying awake in the dark, heartbeat thundering, thoughts twisting like snakes, each one whispering a new fear, a new disaster. You feel trapped, helpless, convinced that the world is closing in. But here's a truth so radical it can feel like a shock. That storm is of your own making, and you can calm it today. Lean in and listen, because what you're about to hear could reshape the way you live every waking moment. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a mind that no longer grabs onto every worry like a lifeline. Picture stepping into your day free from the relentless chatter that says you're never enough, that tomorrow will be worse, that failure is lurking around the corner. That freedom isn't a fantasy. It belongs to you by nature, and ancient thinkers discovered paths to it centuries ago. Paths that emperors, soldiers, poets, and everyday people walked to find peace amid chaos. You can walk those paths too. But first, let me take you by the hand and guide you through each twisting corridor of fear until we reach the open sky beyond. Consider the moment right now. You, listening, heart curious, maybe skeptical. Good. Skepticism means you care. You sense that something deeper is possible. So let's begin, inside the prison of worry. Worry is a voice in your head that grows louder the more you listen. It paints futures filled with failure, shame, rejection. It tells you that if you don't prepare for every possible disaster, you'll be unprepared for the one that matters. But here's a secret. Most of those disasters will never come. They are shadows cast by imagination, magnified by habit. Your mind rehearses scenes that have never happened and may never happen. Yet each rehearsal sends waves of tension through your body and day. What if you could see those shadows for what they are? What if you could step back and watch them flicker, then let them fade? Envision a simple exercise. Draw 2 circles in your mind. In one, place everything you truly control. Your thoughts, your choices, your actions. In the other, place everything you cannot, other people's actions, the weather, markets, past events. Now hold that image gently. Notice how most of your fears live in the outer circle. You worry about things you cannot steer. You replay old regrets you cannot change. You fear outcomes you cannot predict. But all that mental energy poured into the outer circle yields nothing. It steals your peace. Recognizing this is not a denial of reality. It is a reclaiming of your power. You are not helpless. You have influence over how you respond, how you think, how you act. That is true power. Imagine Sarah, a teacher who once lay awake night after night, mind-churning over her students' performance, her parents' health, bills piling up. Each worry felt urgent, real, unstoppable. But one evening she learned the 2-circle exercise. She wrote her fears on paper, labeling each. I worry about late assignments. I worry about my mother's health. I worry about the economy. Then she asked, can I control these outcomes directly? Today, most she placed in the outer circle. She realized she could prepare lesson plans but not guarantee every grade. She could care for her mother but not halt aging. She could budget but not direct global markets. In that moment, something shifted. She saw her worries as ghosts, insubstantial. That night, for the first time in months, she slept deeply. If she could, so can you. Now, did that mean Sarah became careless? No. Instead, she focused energy on what she could influence. Preparing engaging lessons, calling her mother with love, managing her budget wisely. She let go of the rest. This is not avoidance, it is clarity. It is choosing to invest effort where it yields fruit, not in swirling empty fantasies. And you can do the same. When a worry surfaces, greet it. Here you are again, my old friend. Label it, observe it like a curious scientist. Then imagine it as a cloud drifting in a vast sky. You are the sky. Let the cloud pass. Breathe. Return to what matters. That moment of pause, even a few seconds, weakens the habit of worry. Over time, it dissolves. But awareness alone is not enough. True freedom grows through practice. Picture building strength in a muscle. You don't just think about lifting weights, you lift. Each rep builds fibers. Similarly, each time you practice a Stoic exercise, you strengthen peace. Begin each morning with a moment of negative visualization, not to scare yourself, but to awaken gratitude. Close your eyes and imagine losing something small, your morning coffee ritual, a friendly conversation, a moment of quiet. Feel the weight of absence for a heartbeat. Then open your eyes and breathe in thanks for what you have. This small ritual rewires your mind. It reminds you that blessings can vanish, so cherish them now. Gratitude becomes a shield against fear. At night, reflect on the day. In your mind or journal, note 3 simple wins: a kind word you shared, a moment of calm you seized, a small task you completed. Then recall 1 worry that hovered. Ask, did worrying help? Could I change the outcome? Often the answer is no. Place that worry on a mental shelf labeled, not tonight. Tell it, I'll return if needed, but not now. This ritual signals to your brain that worry has limits. It cannot roam freely in the night. Over time, the habit of ruminating fades. Sleep deepens. You wake with more vitality. When worry strikes unexpectedly, perhaps in the middle of the day or in the still of the night, anchor yourself in your breath. Inhale, count 1. Exhale, count 2. Continue to 10, then start over. Your mind cannot chase wild thoughts and count at the same time. This ancient trick is simple yet profound. It cuts the wires feeding anxiety. Practice it anywhere. At your desk, in traffic, in bed. Each time you anchor in breath, you reclaim a fragment of calm. Then there is the view from above. Close your eyes and imagine rising high above Earth, floating above cities, oceans, mountains. From this vantage, your life shrinks small, the noisy dramas diminish. That argument you had feels minute. The looming deadline appears trivial. This is not escape, it is perspective. You see your struggles as part of a vast tapestry. You remain present in your life, but free from its tyranny. When you return from this mental flight, you carry a seed of peace in your heart. Talk to yourself like a trusted friend. When worry whispers, you will fail, you aren't ready, question it. Is that true? Does this help me? If not, reply, not today. Over time, this inner dialogue fosters kindness and wisdom. It breaks the habit of self-sabotage. You begin to treat yourself with the compassion you would offer someone you love. That shift alone can transform how you face challenges. Write down your fear in plain words. I fear losing my job. I fear rejection. I fear illness. Then ask, what is the worst that could happen? Could I survive it? Often the worst-case scenario, though painful, is not lethal. You imagine it fully, sit with its edges, and realize you can endure. This exercise takes the power out of fear's shadow. You see that worry built mountains from grains of sand. Break tasks into micro-actions, so small they seem trivial. Writing 1 sentence, making 1 call, sending 1 email. Action dissolves dread. Worry thrives in inertia. Movement, however small, sparks confidence. Each tiny step reminds you, you are doing something. You are alive. You are capable. Set a daily Stoic alarm labeled pause. When it rings, stop. Breathe. Reflect. Let go of any tension. Remind yourself, I choose my focus now. This ritual stitches moments of calm into your day. It is a promise to yourself. You matter. Your mind's well-being matters. Yet, stopping worry is only half the journey. The other half is learning to live fully, richly, fiercely, in spite of uncertainty. The Stoics didn't merely avoid pain, they chased meaning. They asked, what kind of life is worth living? They embraced each day as an opportunity to grow virtue, to act with courage, kindness, justice. You can adopt this stance now. Each morning ask, what kind of person do I want to be today? Brave? Compassionate? Honest? Let that question guide your choices. Suddenly, petty worries lose their allure. You see them as distractions from your deeper purpose. Cultivate gratitude as armor. Each evening, recall 3 simple joys: a warm cup of coffee warming your hands, the sound of laughter in a friend's voice, the sun's warmth on your skin. These moments may seem small, but they are your foundation. Gratitude rewires your brain to notice abundance instead of lack. Over time, you find that even in hardship, there are small lights, tiny joys that keep you moving forward. Practice presence. When you walk, walk. When you eat, taste. When you listen, truly listen. Presence pulls you out of the future-focused trap of worry. It anchors you in now, where life unfolds. Notice the colors of the sky, the texture of a leaf, the rhythm of your breath. In each moment lies fullness. Worry cannot live in the present. It thrives in imagined tomorrows. By returning to now, you starve it. Choose joy, even amid struggle. The Stoics found delight in simple things: a shared smile, a crisp breeze, a roaring fire. Identify your quiet joys. Make a list, perhaps the comfort of music, a friendly greeting, a moment of solitude. Visit these often. Let them remind you, life is not only trouble, it is also wonder. Speak your fears to someone you trust. Worry grows in silence. When you voice it, its shape changes. You may find that articulating a fear makes it less potent. You don't need to solve it immediately. Sometimes sharing is enough. Connection heals the mind and soul. Serve others. When you help someone, your worries shrink in perspective. You realize that kindness matters more than your personal anxieties. Epictetus taught that what harms the community harms the individual. When you act for the common good, you align with a purpose larger than self, and fear seeds ground to meaning. Hold dreams lightly. Set goals. Dream big, but accept that life shifts. Flexibility is freedom. If a door closes, another may open. The path unfolds in ways you cannot predict. Embrace uncertainty as the canvas upon which your life's art is painted. Trust that you can adapt, learn, grow. End each day with a ritual of release. Dim the lights, sit quietly, maybe light a candle or simply close your eyes. Acknowledge one moment of beauty or growth. Then, let go of the day's burdens. Imagine placing them in a box you set aside until tomorrow, if they truly need attention. This signals to your mind, now is rest. Now is renewal. Living fully means saying yes to now, not waiting for perfect conditions. You may face setbacks, losses, pain. That too is part of living. But you need not be its prisoner. Even in grief you can find depth. Even in hardship you can find growth. By training your mind with Stoic tools, you give yourself the capacity to meet life's challenges with steadiness and grace. So when worry returns, and it will, you will recognize its voice. You aren't ready. This will go wrong. What if? You'll greet it calmly. Hello again. I see you. You'll name it, breathe, step back, choose whether to open the door, more often you'll let it drift away. And if it still knocks, you'll remember you hold the key. You decide who you are. You decide how to respond. Imagine finishing this video and feeling a shift inside, a subtle loosening of tension, a flicker of hope that you can live differently. That flicker is the start. But lasting change comes through practice. So after this, try a Stoic exercise. Label one worry, place it in its circle, breathe through a moment of fear, write 3 gratitudes tonight. These small acts accumulate. Over days, weeks, months, you transform your relationship with worry. You reclaim your mind, your life. And as you live with more presence, gratitude, action, you awaken to beauty in ordinary moments. The way sunlight dances on leaves, a genuine smile shared, the wonder of breath itself. You wake to realize life is happening now, not in some imagined future. And you choose to live it fully. If this message resonates, share your story in the comments. Tell me, what worry have you released? What practice have you tried? Your experience can inspire others. And if you crave more wisdom and tools to strengthen your mind, subscribe and join our community. Together, we learn, support, and rise above the noise of fear. Your real life begins when you decide not to let worry write your story. You hold the pen. Each moment offers a new line. Write with courage, write with presence, write with gratitude. When fear speaks, you choose your response. You choose to live. So take a breath now. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your capacity to choose. The path to peace lies before you. Walk it step by step and know you are not alone. Many have walked this path. Many walk it now. And each step forward quiets the storm within. Now go forth, breathe, act, and live. The world awaits your presence.